All right, so strength training for runners tonight, we're going to need a band and a chair. So have something that you can use to put your foot back on and to stabilize with. I see Drew and Cheryl are like, uh-oh, we got to get some stuff. So grab something that you can use as your support, and we will get started. So let's get into some good posture. Wait, I said bands, right? I meant bands for our drill, still in June, and then a chair. So we are ready to go rock. So let's do this. Nice posture, everyone. Let's get some hip hurdles in like we do. So just coming forward. If you don't need to put your foot down, don't. We can practice our good posture and stability on one foot. For those of you who've been doing this for a while with me, you're old pros at this, so no need to worry. You can switch to behind. For me, I don't know, that is not comfortable, so that's why I don't do it. I just stay with the forward version, but you can choose. Let's switch to the other side. Come on over. And let's switch here. So again, staying nice and tall. All right. Hi, Tanya. Glad you're here. Outside workouts. Heck yeah, it's so sunny. Love seeing that. All right. Keeping shoulders back, everyone. Keeping your eyes up as well. You don't need to look down. That'll throw you off balance. And stopping here. Okay, if you've got your chair, you can use it. If you don't have a chair nearby or the chair won't work for this, you don't need it. But what we're going to do is come down to a squat and then again, hurdle over the chair. We're using the chair to make sure we've got something to aim for. But obviously, if you don't have it nearby, you can just come up and over after that squat and over. I mean, Joellen and Cynthia, you guys are coordinated enough. You know, one can come down, the other can kick over. That might get ugly. Corey and Chris, you could do the same thing. That would be advanced versions and might not be good for your relationship. So keep going. Come on down and over. Good. Making plenty of space here. And then always keeping that space, whether we're in the squat or we're in the hurdle. Good. All right. Let's get 5 more seconds in. And then we're going to keep the chair and do some ankle mobility. So if you don't have a chair, you can do ankle mobility to the wall. And if you have your chair, you can do ankle mobility here. What we're trying to do is get our foot to, our knee to come over our foot and back. Just working on getting our ankle loose here. When your heel starts coming up, that's when you're at the end of your mobility. So we're just going to the end of range and then come on back. That's it. Nothing complicated. So on the chair is one option, or if you prefer, you can also do it to the wall. When you're coming towards the wall, it allows you to measure how far back your foot is, and you can see how you're doing with your mobility. Go ahead and switch sides. I've been doing both sides in my showing you, so I don't even know where I am here, but switch sides for you guys and just coming forward. I think I have not done this side very much. So again, just trying to get your knee over your foot. That's it. All right. And again, of course, keeping nice long bodies here. You don't need to look down at your foot either. So keeping our gaze up so we can keep our neck long. Sweet. All right. Getting in some good deep breaths. And then we're going to thread the needle. So if you've got your chair, you can do it on the chair, which would look like getting your hips back and then arm comes down. If you prefer to do it on the ground, you probably know that version already. It's hands and knees and coming under, but just do one side at a time. I'm giving you 30 seconds per side. So you can do it on the chair or hands and knees, you choose. So if you're on the chair, I want you to feel like hips come back, and then arm comes under, shoulder is aiming for the ground. It doesn't have to get there, or it's aiming for the seat of the chair. Just trying to get in a good twisting motion. This should feel good on your back. Good, good, good. And switch sides, switch to the other side. So again, reposition, get those hips back. If you're doing it on the ground, that's great. Also want to keep your hips up and back. That's perfect. So wait. All right. There's 5 more seconds. So getting in that other side, and then we are going to switch to some get-ups. Okay, let's switch here. So for those of you who have a chair, we are just going to alternate legs where we're just standing up, put our foot down, sit like a regular person, and then come on up, just nice and easy as part of our warm-up. If you don't have a chair nearby, you can sort of use the wall and just come down, single leg. But otherwise, this should not be super hard. So let's say you're able, go ahead, start. If you can come up from a chair super low, or you can do a full pistol squat, still use your chair because we just are warming up here. So if it's really hard for you to get up, you can put some towels or a pillow. If you don't have something and it's hard, just do the hard way. That's okay. You don't have too many of these, but go ahead and sit down with both, using both legs. So it makes it easier. All right. Welcome, Samuel. I'm glad you're here. All right. Standing up nice and tall at the top. So you're not finishing in this bent over position, but nice and tall. Good. 10 more seconds. So just a couple more. Or just getting in these nice, easy, alternating here. 3, 2. All right. So slow mountain climbers. We are going to do fast mountain climbers later in the workout, but for now, we're going to do them slow. You can do them on the chair or on the ground. You decide. If you do them on your chair, I want you to make sure that your shoulders are not behind, but directly over your hands. So making sure there, and then you drive that knee nice and slow, and then driving the knee on the other side. So you choose, going for it. Good. Making sure, yeah, good. So everyone's got a different position. That's great. Whatever works for you. Chair, incline, on the floor, doesn't matter. Whatever feels good. All right. Hi, Stephanie. All right. Keep this going. Making sure you're breathing. And if you feel like, wow, my shoulders feel like there's a lot of pressure here, check where they are. Make sure your shoulders are over your hands. All right, 5 more seconds. Keep this up for 3, 2, yeah. All right, so on our backs, let's go ahead. On our backs, I'll show you what we're doing if you're not sure. Hamstring holds, so you can do them on the chair or not. If you're using the chair, that's great. What we do is get our legs nice and long, so fully extended, and then we push down through our heels, and we hold, and we'll feel this in our hamstrings. If you don't have the chair, you can do the same thing. Knees are just a little bit bent and you're pushing your heels down into the ground and you'll feel it in your hamstrings. So either way, you choose the way that you can feel it in your hamstrings, but not breaking. I said we're doing the hold for as long as it feels good, and then drop it back down. So we got 20 more seconds. So if you haven't started, get started. And I want you really feeling like you're pushing through the heels down. This will activate your hamstrings. If it feels like glutes, see if you can get your legs out a little bit more. 10 more seconds. All right, I see long legs on chairs, on stools, on the ground, and most of you are just disappeared. 3, 2, all right, staying on your backs. Let's do some glute lifts. Did you see that? I just dumped water all over my face. That's why I normally use a straw. Oh, great. So glute lifts, we don't need the chair. We're just going to get on our backs, get our feet nice and close to our glutes, probably a hand distance away. And then I want you to join your feet so they're next to each other. So the big toes are touching, knees are together. And let's go ahead and lift, squeeze your knees and lower. Good. Come on up, lift, squeeze your knees together and lower. Keep doing that. What we're going to do this for a little bit, and then we're going to hold just a little longer. So for now, lift, squeeze, and lower is great. Good. All right, come on up, squeeze tight, hold, and now lower. Good. So we're going to keep that up. Coming up, squeeze, hold, 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 and lower. All right, let's do a 10-second hold. Here we go. This is it. 10 seconds up here. We're squeezing our knees together, keeping legs tight. Good. And 3, 2, and drop it down. All right, before we get off our backs, stay here. We're in a perfect position to do a reverse crunch. So the reverse crunch is when we have our knees coming up to our chest, and then we extend our feet out and our heels are just barely grazing the ground. They're just an inch or two over, and then knees come back in and back out. So if you got that position, going for it. If you feel like, woof, this is hard on my back, I want you to reposition yourself by exhaling and really pushing your rib cage down to the floor as you exhale, and bring those legs out. If you feel like when your legs are fully extended, that's just too hard, don't extend them all the way. Once you feel your abs working, that's great, they're working. So your legs do not have to be in a fully extended position for this to be magic. All right, so keep this going. Good. Just a couple more seconds, and then our last thing for our warm-up will be our side planks. 3, 2, all right, side planks, everybody. So go ahead and join me. We are going to work on side planks with some kind of leg movement. So even if you are newer to side planks, or side planks are just darn hard for you, if you're in this knee position, I still want you to try some leg movement. If you're pro at these, extending the legs, coming on up, and some sort of leg motion. We're going to get started in 3, 2, let's do it. So we're in this long position, or in this knee position, does not matter, but trying to get some sort of leg movement. So if you're not sure, you can do a crunch, or you can do a leg lift. You can do a leg up and hold, or you can tap behind and in front. As long as you're keeping your shoulders stacked on each other and hips stacked on each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah. Okay, come on the other side. Stephanie, those look good. I can see you perfectly the way your camera is, so you look like a pro. All right, here we go. Other side, let's do it. Come on up. And coming forward and back is one way. I think that's the hardest way. Crunch, that helps when you have your arm over. You can tell if your head is nice or your neck is nice and long, because if your head's in front of your arm, it's no good, right? So keeping nice and long. Good. All right, don't forget your breathing. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, well done. All right, warm up is complete. Everyone grab your bands. Our drill set tonight, we are going to do 2 different things. Both things require our bands on our feet or around our ankles. The first one, I want them around your feet. So have your band, your mini band around your arches. If you don't have the mini band, this one will just not be as difficult for you to do. So our first exercise is going to be a march to a side lift, to a march, to a side lift. I think you got that one. And then the second thing, we'll move our band to around our ankle, and we're going to do a glute med hold. So we're going to come out into that position, and we're going to just hold there, which will be difficult, but fun. All right. I'm forcing it to be fun. I'm saying it's fun, so it's going to be fun, right? Okay, so here we go. So bands are around our arches. Everyone's standing nice and tall, looking up, not at your bands. And let's go for it. March up. And then side kick. Good. March it up. And then that side kick, you should really feel this with the band around your foot instead of around your ankle. It makes it a little bit harder, I think. Good. For some of you, your band might be really tight and you're not going to get the same range of motion I am. That's fine. You should still feel it. You might even feel it in that planted leg. Good. Pray for balance position here or on your sides, whatever feels good for you. 3, 2, all right, let's go right into the other side. So come on up. Good. I don't want you rushing through this. Most of you I see have a nice slow position. That's great. Good. If you're feeling like you have to rush through, then the band's just smushing you back and you're not doing the work. I want you doing the work, not the band. Good. All right. The balance readjustment ninja moves are great. 3, 2. All right. So everyone go ahead and switch your bands to around your ankles. That is going to make these kickbacks easier around our feet. Doesn't quite work with these. All right, so the glute meads, that's the side butt here. We're going for a diagonal kickback and hold. So I'm going to count us for 20 seconds. Go for it. I'm counting. You might be feeling this in the planted leg. The planted leg, if you can't see, is a little bit bent, so the knee is soft. That's when we have just a small bend there. Your leg might not be so far back. If your band is really tight, that's okay. Keep working it. 3, 2, yes. Okay, redo, readjust. Ready? Let's kick it back again. So come on back. Feel it in the side here. I mean, if you feel your butt, the whole thing should be engaged, but really, we're really working that side there. Good. It's just 20 seconds of hold. All right, I'm definitely feeling it more, I think, in my planted leg. Done, 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 done. All right, we're going through one more time. Always do our drill sets 2 times through. So back to our march and side kick. Again, if you don't have a band, this won't be quite as hard. If you want to stand by a wall for the side kick, you can push against the wall. That will definitely make it harder on your side. Let's go for it. Come on up. And then side kick. Really push there. Good. Come on up. Yeah. And side kick. All right. Where's everyone's eyes? Going up. Good. If you notice, your eyes coming up should bring your chest back and your neck longer. Get you a little bit taller. All right. 3, 2. Let's go to the other side. Here we go. Coming up. And out. Yeah. Good. All right. Don't forget your breathing, please. Good. If this is feeling like it's hard, there's 5 seconds left. You can stop if the reps are starting to feel terrible. Otherwise, let's stop here. But truly, do not just keep going with bad reps. If they start to get sloppy, just stop. Give yourself a break and hang on till the next one. All right, bands around our ankles. We're going for that side kickback. If you feel like, wow, that hold just doesn't feel great, you can do a pulse kickback or any other way you want, but we're going for that diagonal. Here we go. Glute med, kicking back that diagonal. So you can just do the hold, keeping chest up. You can do a pulse if that makes it harder. Just hanging out. Feel like you might already feel that hard enough. You don't have to make it so hard that everything feels like it's breaking. 3, 2, other side, just go right into it because this is it. Then our bands are done. Good. All right. Almost there with these bands. 5 more seconds. Good. 3, 2. Sweet. All right. Put those aside. So our first set is always some kind of balance set or single leg stuff. So for this one, we are going to need our chairs again, or I'll cue it without for those of you who don't have it nearby. But what it will look like is, first thing is a chair tap to back lunge to tap. So you're not putting your foot here and hanging out, right? I want you to point your toe and tap. So that holds you up here a little longer, forces the engagement here, and then you're coming back and back to the tap. All right, so that's a lot of balance. The second thing we're going to do is a glute lift. So this one you can do on the chair or on the ground. If you do it on the chair, you get a little more range of motion because you can come from down here up. So you're lifting with the glute. So it's the same kind of move when we're just kicking back with the band. So if you don't have a chair, you can do this from the ground, hands and knees, or you can use your band. So you choose, but single leg will be whichever one you choose. All right, if you're doing that hands and knees on the chair, you're having to brace yourself on the chair. All right, so let's get going. Enough of me talking. Get your chair in position, or if you don't have it, you just pretend. So let's go for it. Tap and coming on back. Get that tap. Good. Nice and slow. Let's see it. Oh, hi, Matt. I didn't say hi. All right. Good. Yes. All right. You guys have good balance. You all have good balance. Sorry, not you guys, you all. Good. And again, this is one where we have our eyes up, not looking at our feet. We should be able to do this without that. Good. 3, 2, switching sides. Switch it up. Tap it up. Come on down. Good. For those of you who feel like this lunge is too much, tap it up and tap it back. Tap it up and tap it back. You can choose. Good. And 3, 2, 1. All right. So glute lifts. So we're doing these any way you want. You can reinstall your band and glute lift that way. I like the chair because you can start down, really get up, and this position on the chair sort of forces this engagement, forces you to be stable. So you choose. Everyone get into whatever position you want, band or not. Let's go for it. Good. All right. If it feels too easy, you're not squeezing at the top tightly. Good. If it feels too easy after this first set, doing this way, then you can switch to using the band. That's great. If we were in the 80s or the early 90s, you might have ankle weights. Maybe you still do. Those would work too. All right, 5 more seconds. And let's go ahead right to the other side. Good. All right, trying to keep your hips nice and stable. This one can go really easy, like we're just hanging out, but if you are really engaging your core, stabilizing your hips, pushing your chest away from whatever you're hanging on to, then there's a lot of things that are being stabilized while you're doing this. It makes it a lot harder than just being relaxed in that position. So make sure everything has some good tension in there. 3, 2, done. All right, so our balance set, we just go through twice. So we've got one more time. So we're gonna go back to that chair tap. So up into that nice tall position here where we have that touch. Everybody ready? Let's do it. Come on, touch. And come on back. Good. All right. Nicely done. All right. I see many of you have good runner arms in this one. If your arms are sort of flailing and you don't know what to do with them, get them into a 90-degree position so that you can keep your good running arm position while you do this. All right. 3, 2, other side. Good. Let's go right into it. Tap and back. Good. All right. If you find that you are sort of going out of your lane and you're wiggling around, slow it down, which you might feel like, okay, I'm already slow enough. Then really come down. You could wait a second, come back up. Good. 5 more seconds. Get in a couple more, 1 or 2, and done. All right. Last thing are the glute lifts. So if these were too easy on the chair, put your band back on and you can do them standing. If that would just be a kickback. All right. But whatever way we're doing, we're on. Go for it. 30 seconds. Good. Something like this is a good one before your runs. Engage the glutes. Okay, everyone check your neck position. Your neck should be fully extended. So as long as it can be. That means your chin is not towards your chest and your back, you're not looking up, curving your neck. It's just nice and long. Good. And 3, 2, done. All right, other side, go right into it. Good. So you can see for me, I'm just holding my glutes up there in that hold position. That makes it harder for me when I come down and back up. Feel like it gets it easier than I need. So in this case, I'm just holding it up there, really squeezing through the glute, keeping my body stable, hips still. Good. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, nicely done. Okay, don't let your chair go anywhere. We're gonna still use it. So the main set tonight, get a drink of water while I show you. We're going to do Bulgarian split squats, chair squats, and then planks with pike. So the Bulgarian, you guys, most of you, I think, might know this one. This is when we have our foot back. Now, the biggest mistake you can make is getting yourself too far forward, and then your back has this big curve, and then that's painful. And you're coming down here with this big arch in your back. So I want you to be nice and long, and then just being able to come, excuse me, up and down with your back not moving. So you can see my back stays here. I'm a little bit forward because my back now is fully in alignment, nice and long. So we're going to do split squats. The second thing we're going to do are chair squats. So for those of you who can come down or have weight, you can come down into a deep squat. You can do that without the chair. For those of you who are working on your squat, which I think all of us should be all the time, you can have a weight or not, but we're coming down to the chair. When we feel it sort of touch our thigh here, we just hang out for a second and then come back up. So it's the signal that we're down, nice and low, but not too far, and then come right back up. So you're not sitting on it, you're not sitting down, hanging out, and then coming back up. You're sort of hovering over and then coming back up. So the hover can last as long as it feels good, and then right back up. And then the plank pikes, I'll show you when we get there. We'll do it on our chairs or just plain old planks on the floor. But let's get started with those split squats. So if you don't have a chair for the split squats, then you can do more of this lunge position where you're hanging out here and then coming down and back up. All right, but those of you who have a chair, let's do it. Legs back, nice and tall. Here we go. Come on down and back up. Good. If you have 2 weights, you can have them down at your sides, but you can have 1 weight in front. You could also, I'll do it from the next one, but for the next one on, if you want to, you can add a hop at the top, which definitely makes this harder. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. All right, come on to the other side. Excellent. All right, these look good. Go right into it, right into it. You're coming down and right back up. I see lots of long backs, which I'm looking for. Remember, we're not going for an arch in our back. So keeping our pelvis in line. Good. The longer you stay down, the harder it is. If you're not sure about where the weight is, try pushing through your heel. That should really engage your glute and get your glutes in the game. We don't want this to only be a quad exercise. 3, 2, all right. Chair squats. So we're basically doing single leg things there. Now we can have some weight. If you have it, if you don't, that's okay. But if you got it, you can hold it chest level there. But we are going for the corner of the chair. So if you don't have the corner of the chair, that's fine. You can just come down into a deep squat, hover for a second, and then come back up. So join me here, come on down, just as you touch, hold, and come on back up. Sorry, I don't know why my text messages are blowing up and being so loud, but apologies for the dinging. All right, that never happens in class. I don't know what happened. Some kind of setting is changed. All right, come on down, hover, and back up. Good. So to make these harder, the longer the hover or wait. Good. 3, 2, 1. All right, I promise pike planks. So for those of you having wrist issues, I don't want you to do these. Do low plank. If a high plank feels okay, you are coming into this position and then right back up. and come on back down. So that is definitely an advanced level plank. I know a lot of you can do them, no problem. So everyone get started. Let's go. We're doing 40 seconds of planks. So get into your tall plank position. If you do not have something to do that pike from, you can always just do it from the ground, walking it back, and then going back into your plank, walking it back. It definitely makes it a lot tougher to do if you're on a bed or your chair or like a yoga ball kind of situation. Something that's really wobbly will make it a lot harder. Oh, an office chair that moves, that's up in the game. Please don't lose any teeth on this one, but these are looking good. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, nicely done. All right, so we're going through that two more times. So grab a drink of water. Okay, so the split squats. If you were satisfied with how difficult those were, great. If you were feeling like I can do this, I can do something harder. One is coming down, really feeling your glute as you push up slowly. The second one is coming down and exploding up with a jump. So you decide. Everyone get into your good position and let's go for it. Go for it. Let's see it. All right. See everyone sort of in that weird hoppy getting into position stage. Yes, looks good. All right. Good. All right. These look good. I see some of you with weight. That's fantastic. Right up at your chest level is just where you want it. I would not hop with these if you have weight in your hand. Good. 3, 2, switch on, switch up your sides, switch your sides, go to the other side. If you're doing these as the sort of back lunges without the chair, that's great. You can have your weight in the same place. Good. All right, let's see it. Good. Looking for backs that look nice and long. If you to do that, you have to lean forward a little bit more because of your flexibility or mobility. That's totally fine. Right, you can be forward a little bit. I'd rather you be there than up here with this curved back. All right, I'm off that. I promise I won't keep going there. Good. All right, 5 more seconds. And done. All right. We're going for the squats. If you were doing the squats down to your chair and you feel like that's lame because I can do a very low squat and that feels better for me, then do that instead. Totally fine. For those of you working on a squat or have a very heavy weight, these are great because you can work on that hovering part and the sitting back part. All right, let's do it. So nice and tall. Here we go. Come on back as soon as you feel it, hover and back. For me, this chair is a little bit high. It would be great if I had something a little bit lower to aim for. Actually, it probably, nope, same exact size. All right, never mind. Do my couch here, a little lower. Good, also soft, so I can come down, still hover, and come on back. Good, lots of options, but I want you to make sure that you're making it difficult for you. It obviously doesn't have to be so hard that you're gonna cry, but, well, that just sounds dumb. Okay, done. Planked, pikes, let's do this. No one's gonna cry at this workout, come on now. All right, so you've got your chair or however you're gonna do this. Level 1, low plank. Level 2, regular tall plank. Level 3, getting in those pikes, let's go. I'm timing you. The pikes, going from good extended plank, long neck, walk it back, butt up, and then back to nice long extended body. When you're in the plank position, you should be able to squeeze your glutes. Then you know you're in the right position. Yes. Good, keep this up. Whew, there's 10 more seconds. Looking good. If your form is starting to stink and your back is starting to sag, just stop. Otherwise, we're stopping in 3, 2, 1 anyway. So you are Good. All right, so just like that, last time through with these, one more time with those split squats. So now if you haven't picked up your weight or done the jump or made it a little harder, this would be a good time to do it if you're feeling like maybe I've got something left in the tank. So let's go ahead and get set up for that. Nice and tall. All right, ready? Let's do it. All right, I don't know if all of you have seen, I'm working on a project for trying to get more women to do FKTs. So you might have seen that. I've sent out information about it on the newsletter or put it on my Instagram. Anyway, last year in Oregon and Washington, women made up 30% of the FKTs. But this year, dun, 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 so far, 53% of all the FKTs have been done by women. What? So how cool is that to be part of something that set a goal and is actually working, right? I feel like a lot of times you like, I don't know, people work for years at something, switch. I just had to say, I'm super proud of that and just all the women who are putting themselves out there trying FKTs, let's go for it. So if you are thinking about it, or if you're like, what's an FKT, send me a message. But if you're thinking about doing one, there's plenty of them that have 0 women's times. So put it on your list. Whether or not you're in Oregon or Washington, doesn't matter. More women on the trails is good for us. All right, who's jumping? I know I'm not because I'm chatting. So I realize I'm not showing you the harder one and we're finished in 5 seconds. So I sort of screwed that up, didn't I? But that's okay. Everyone's getting in a good workout. You're done. All right. Sorry about that. I was back to my most easy version so I could chat. All right. Cannot multitask is the moral of that story. So we're going for those chair squats. This is a great one for picking up weight. If you've got something really heavy, like 2 weights, awesome, because you're not going down super low with these, you're just holding. Let's do it. Come on down and right back up. Yes. All right. I'm pretending like I'm holding something. I'm not actually, but you get the point. If you've got your weights, you can. I know this is body weight class, so I'm not expecting that you have those, but a lot of you have been doing this a long time, and I know you have weights. So go ahead and use them. I mean, some of you, I can see them in the screen, so you kind of can't get away with being like, but I don't have them. All right. Good. 3, 2, nicely done. All right. Last set of plank pikes. So again, if your wrists are hurting, please do a low plank. No reason to hurt yourself here. So that low plank on your elbows, tall plank or plank pike, doing it the toughest way. Let's go for it. 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. Yes, you guys are motivated customers here. You're already in position, going for it before I even said go. I love it. Good. All right. These are impossible for me to chat and look at the clock and do with you. So instead, I'm going to pretend like I'm watching your form, which looks amazing. Long necks, everybody. Yeah, you don't need to look down or up. Definitely don't need to look up. I know there's a tendency to look up. Maybe you're looking at the screen or if your pet is coming, but no need. Good. 3, 2, done. All right. So we are almost done this workout, but we end with some power moves and jumping for joy, and we're going to do that tonight. So our jumping for joy power moves are going to be squat jumps and mountain climbers. So what we're going to do, we warmed up with the slow mountain climbers. We're going to do tonight faster mountain climbers. So if they are still slow for you, totally fine. And if they're super fast, great. So what will happen is we're going to do 8 squat jumps. When I'm done with my 8, I will count us 20 seconds after just a couple seconds for everyone to get down on the ground. And that's those mountain climbers nice and fast. So you're here and this fast or this fast, whatever you can hold for 20 seconds and feel good. That's what we're looking for. Then we'll take a 20-second break and come back to the jumping. Okay, so we'll do 2 in a row. Take a little extended break and then do 2 more. 8 squat jumps is where we start. For those of you who are uncertain, a squat jump starts low and ends low. So it's from here, here. And if you've got weight, you can hold it down here and make it harder. Everybody ready? Start low. Here we go. We're doing 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6, 7, and 8. Great. Okay, everyone go ahead, get down on the floor. We're going into our 20 seconds. They start in 3, 2, 20 seconds. Mountain climbers. We're going for good speed through our hips, lots of control through our shoulders. You're not letting your hips go wiggly wobbly, but everything is moving. Just 8 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, nicely done. 10-second break. Sorry, 20-second break. 10-second break is like, doesn't even count. That's so slow. That's so quick. We're doing a 10 more seconds of our break. Then we're going to do that 8 jumps again and back to the mountain climbers. All right, here we go in 3, 2, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, nicely done. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, mountain climbers, go for it. Get into position. Starting now, 20 seconds. If this feels uncomfortable, you can always do it on your chair, making sure your shoulders are over your hands. So take a look, make sure you're not extending your hands out in front of your shoulders. That'll put more pressure than you need. Good, good, good. All right, 5 more seconds and complete. All right, so we're taking a little extended break here. 30 seconds. I know I'm generous on this one. And then we're going to go back through and do our last 2 sets, because we're going through this one 4 times and then we're done. So just 2 more times through. We're going to go right through it. We'll have that 20-second break in between, but that's it. So we're going to start this one in 15 seconds. So everyone catch your breath. Get ready. We're going to start back with those 8 jumps. Grab a weight if you have it. Otherwise, just go for massive height. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 8. Okay. Mountain climbers, do on your chair, on the floor, wherever you want. We're starting in 3, 2, let's do it. Good. Like a run. Whatever pace feels good for you. Yes, Allison, I see it. And Stephanie and Sarah. Otherwise, I see lots of corners of clothes. Not much to see. That's good. Everyone's down and doing it. In 3, 2. All right, come on up. We've got 20 seconds of rest, and then we're on our final set. So we have about 45 seconds left in this workout. And then we'll cool down together, and we'll cool down on the floor since you'll already be there. We're going to start jumping in 5 seconds. So shoulders rolled back, glutes tight. You're in good posture. Come on down. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. All right. Come on down into mountain climber position and going for it. 20 seconds. Final thing. Whatever pace feels good. Try and hold it this whole time. We're at 8 seconds to go. So don't give up yet. In 5 seconds, you get to roll over onto your back. 3, 2, roll it over. Sit it down, whatever feels good. Just catching your breath. If you want to, lie on your back, open up your arms. You can get into some deep breaths. See if you can feel your chest and your whole body coming off the ground with some big breaths. And then really exhale, just let it all out. You can have your knees up at your chest or feet extended or however you want, whatever feels good. All right, go ahead and hug your chest when you're ready. You can still get in those deep breaths. We're just trying to bring our heart rate down. When you bring in your knees to that hug position, you can roll it around if that feels good on your back, or just hang out where you are. All right. And then go ahead and extend one leg and keep one leg hugged in. Let's keep our right knee hugged to our body, left leg. See if you can get full extension on that leg. And then let's take our right knee and tip it over onto our left side. So now we're just in a lying twist. And then go ahead and open up your arms. Your hands should be up like they're going to catch something falling from the ceiling. Big exhale. That should help your knee come down. It might not be touching the floor, but it's aiming for it. Good. And then go ahead and other side. So extend that right leg, hug in that left knee, and then tip it over. So you're in this good twist. Then open up the arms. Hands are ready to catch the ceiling. Keeping your wrists on the ground. Big exhale. Good. All right. Well, I could keep going with cool down moves for a long time, but I'm going to get some water. Hopefully you are too. If you have your foam roller nearby, use it. Your back will thank you. Your calves will thank you. I thank you for coming. If you want to say hi, please do.